I would like to introduce you to our main presenters, however, and that is Nicky Hockly and Lindsay Clandfield. Now, just sounds of applause, Nicky and Lindsay, just imagine it.
Hello.
I'll try to applaud really loudly. Here you go.
Hello, everybody.
Do you want to say hello, Lindsay?
Hello, everybody. Hi there. Checking
Now,
in here from Spain.
Yes. And Nicky, where are you?
I'm also in Spain, and I'm in Barcelona. So hi to everybody, and great to see so many people from so many countries. And I suspect many of our Twitter friends are here as well, so welcome.
Excellent. Okay. Now, Nicky, just to give a very brief background, Nicky is the Director of Pedagogy of the Consultants E organization, and she's also the co-author with Gavin Dudney of How to Teach English with Technology, which won the 2007 Ben Warren International House Trust Prize, and she's also the author of English as a Foreign Language for Dummies. Lindsay is a teacher, a trainer, and an award-winning author of materials for learners and teachers of English. He's the series editor for the Delta Teacher Development Series and the lead author on Global, a fantastic new integrated skills book, a new course for adults. So without further ado, let's begin, and I'll just click on to the first slide for you guys. Off you go.
Okay, well, I'm going to be kicking off, so hello everybody, as I said before, and welcome. The title of the webinar, as you can see, is Teaching Online the Key Ingredients. So we're going to connect this a little bit to a subject which is very dear to Lindsay and my hearts, which is food. I love eating, basically. So to start off with, let's get you all involved in doing something. I want to find out what your idea of an ideal meal is. And we've prepared a little poll that Tanya's going to now beam up on the screen. Okay. And you need to read the options, basically. It's like a multiple choice. You have, I think, 4 or 5 options, and then you just choose one of those. And, right, when you've chosen, you should be able to see the results, I think. So go ahead, just tick on one of those. Your idea of the perfect meal.
Okay.
And we'll see the results at the end, right, Tanya?
Yep. It looks like people are still voting. Bit of neck and neck with the dinners. I suppose they're all the type of dinner. But the all right, couple more seconds. Okay,
yeah, it's not very easy to choose, actually. I mean, they're all nice.
It's true. I actually tried it myself, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know, that would be a tough one. Okay, I'm going to close the poll now, and you should be able to see the results.
Oh, okay. A romantic candlelit dinner with your partner then seems to be the winner, right? So I think that suggests that there's mainly women in this webinar. If I'm not stereotyping.
Very nice, Nicky.
Clearly.
Glad that you said that, Nicky, and not me. I'll just stay quiet.
Okay, great. Thanks very much. I like these poll functions actually in these platforms. They're great. I think Adobe Connect has a very similar one. It's a nice thing to get people involved. Okay, another quick little warmer activity, continuing with the topic of food. And this time you need to actually type something in the question box there, in the text chat box on the right-hand side. And what I want you to type is your favorite dish. You need to choose one, your favorite dish, and then 3 ingredients that you could find in that dish. So unfortunately, I don't think you can see what I write, but I'm actually typing now. Put down paella or paella as my favorite dish, and 3 ingredients are rice and fish and prawns. And then I'm sending that through, and Tanya is the one who's going to be seeing these dishes arrive, and she can give us a quick summary as they come.
Absolutely. I can see your paella, and I can raise you a duck confit. Duck fat and more fat.
I've just had that for dinner, actually, amazingly. Confit in a tin.
We have sushi, fish rice wasabi, biryani, rice meat spices, enchiladas from Donna, spinach, cheese and peppers. Someone else loves paella. We have meatballs and french fries, eggs Florentine, nice, poached egg, hollandaise sauce, and spinach. We have bulgogi, beef, garlic, and ginger That sounds lovely.
Wow.
Beans on toast. That's got to be somebody from Britain.
Somebody in England did this.
We have
ban them immediately.
Yes. We have Southern fried chicken. Ooh, that sounds nice. From Anna, chicken, buttermilk, and flour. Moussaka, eggplant, meat, and cream. Niçoise salad, tuna, beans, potatoes. That sounds lovely. Seafood stew. That sounds good. Shrimp, tomato, and fish. Dolma in Turkish rice, spice, and tomato. And we have someone who's obviously in the Christmas spirit, mince pies. Okay.
Great.
Okay, we have
Great.
wow.
Okay, thanks. We have a lot. Yes.
We have
I don't
a
know
lot.
about you, but luckily I did have dinner about an hour ago, so this is not affecting me in the slightest. But those who haven't are probably dribbling into your microphones by now.
I've actually had dinner as well, so I took that completely on the chin with no side effects at all.
That's pretty good. I wish I could say the same because it's 4:45 for me. I haven't had dinner yet.
Okay, great. Well, thank you everybody for contributing. So, I mean, just stepping back a minute, we've basically done 2 little warm activities for a synchronous session. When you're teaching online, you'll probably be holding synchronous sessions with your students, and we've picked a topic which is relevant to what we're talking about today, the key ingredients, and we've had 2 different types of learners. One was a poll, and one is kind of reproducing language. Okay, now we're going to go on into the sort of content of the webinar, and Tanya, if you could bring up the next slide, and I'll hand over to Lindsay.
Okay, all right. Well, so as Nicky said, we had a couple of warmers there. And what we're going to be exploring a little bit here throughout this talk is the whole idea of the metaphor of food and cooking, and how we use that metaphor to talk about online teaching. Now, what this slide you should see here on the slide, you can move. I think you can move your little audio thing around so you can see it. There are several images here which represent we had a bit of a brainstorm ourselves about what makes good cooking. And obviously, you should be able to see, I don't know if Tanya, if you can wave your cursor over it, the pots and pans on one side there, you can see those. Those are, good pots, good pans are obviously one very important part. And all on the other side is probably behind your little window. I've just moved my window around so I can see it. You can see sort of the other utensils that you would need to cook with, and then on the bottom side, another thing you need to cook with are good ingredients. Good cooking is only as good as its ingredients, so we have a whole bunch of ingredients there. And then finally, on the bottom right side is a cook's hat. Of course, the most important thing in cooking is the person who's going to be doing it. Okay, so let's see how this can then relate to online teaching, okay? Go to the next slide, please.
Oh.
Okay, so what we're taking this metaphor for then, we've got the pots and pans and all the utensils you cook with is what we would call the hardware, okay? So for good online teaching, that's an essential element, you need hardware. The better the hardware, the less problems you'll have and so on. You can still do a lot of good online teaching. You don't need to have the best top-of-the-line hardware there is, but there are certain minimum things you do need to have. The ingredients that we said before in the last slide are represented in our online teaching as the software that you will be using, the different programs you'll be using to deliver your course online. And finally, the third area, which has not been discussed that much, and you don't hear that much about it, but it's very, very important, is something called liveware.